Recently, I revamped my 2010s albums list, the best of the decade, and even years outside of that decade now, I noticed making my list, there was still quite a few, far too many for my own liking, overlooked albums from that decade that I think deserve a lot more love, and I think really a lot of people who adore music would find a lot to like out of them as well. So, look no further than this video. Let's talk about albums that I think have been criminally underrated and overlooked from the 2010s and could be your new favorite albums. So stick around to see my picks. As always, let me know what your picks would be in the comments as well. And if you enjoy my picks, let me know. Follow for more content like this, as I like to do lots of different types of videos. And yeah, stick around. Yeah, let's do it. Kicking things off with Shiny Eyed Babies by Bent Knee. This is a band that I think have a lot of great music under their belt, and although their more recent stuff has kind of like dabbled in some different sounds for them, maybe not always the most flattering, this earlier sound was exceptional. It was excellent, man. The scope, the large, like, just kaleidoscopic nature of it all just felt huge all the time. The instrumentals crash, they crescendo, the vocals are insane. The vocals are incredible, at times feeling like it's bordering on like operatic. It's not quite that, but it feels like it's shooting for that in some places. It's crazy. Just a really immense, detailed sound to it that I have always found to be pretty mesmerizing. And yeah, one of the best rock albums of the 2010s easily, and overall just one of the best albums of the 2010s. It just has to be in that conversation for me, and I just don't see it really mentioned that much. I think people that do know it do kind of speak of it positively, but it's kind of like that overlooked sort of vibe where there aren't enough people that know it. But the more people that did, I think people would be very much all over this if they knew about it. Also want to mention Laurie McKenna with The Bird and the Rifle. Always got a shout out Spectrum Pulse whenever I mention this album, because this was definitely one of my early discoveries through watching his channel before I even started my own, and this was just such a revelation. Really made me open my eyes to what country music, particularly in the 2010s where it went to absolute shit, particularly in the mainstream, it just opened my eyes and ears to what country needs to be. Like, I need more country like this. It's thoughtful, it's earnest, it's wise. It feels like your auntie is just sitting you down offering the most wonderful advice you've ever heard. On tracks like Halfway Home, particularly to younger girls, maybe not so much me, but yeah, it just feels like you're just being sat down. Somebody that just knows everything about life just brings out these really wonderful little vignettes and stories that make you feel differently about how you view the world. It's a really, really lovely album, just performed perfectly by her. Instrumentally, it's lovely, it's warm. Love this album, man. Again, for country in the 2010s, this is probably like at its peak. Like, this is the best it can really be. That being said, though, there is one more country album that just edges it out, and I've got to mention Southeastern by Jason Isbell. I've talked about this in plenty of videos already. I think it's probably the most known album out of the picks I'm going to bring up here. Like, there are quite a lot of people that do know and love this album. It probably is the highest rated one, so maybe sneakily fitting it into this video in a cheeky manner. But I still feel, again, in a world where country music's just gone really poor and sour, particularly in the mainstream, I just feel like Jason Isbell is still not a name that is discussed enough. And I just have to mention this album because it is really, honestly, potentially the best country album ever made. And to have that kind of accolade, to be on that level of brilliance, I have to still say it's overlooked. Like, it is honestly one of the best of its kind, the best of its genre, regardless of era. I have dug into a lot of like older country and traditional country and stuff like that too. So it's not like I'm ignorant to the genre. I just genuinely think this is absolutely one of the best, and yet still I don't feel like it gets that recognition. So I still feel like it's worthy of being put in this video. The writing is incredible. Elephant, Cover Me Up, the vocals are powerful. It's so humble, it's so reflective, and he gets even more reflective as his career goes on too. Like, Weather Vanes was really reflective, really like dissecting himself. But yeah, this album is still so pure. It's earnest, just so much going for it. Super 8 is a raucous rock song, so good. Yeah, just think it's got so much going for it. Just a really, really stunning album. Just needs more love for me. And I also want to mention Lubomir Melnik is how I think you say it, but apologies if I've got that wrong. Rivers and Streams. Also think this is quite overlooked. When I was making my list and revamping it and updating it, this was really close to getting into my top 50. It would be in the top 100 quite easily, but it didn't quite make the top 50 because I just thought it just didn't quite make it. But still, when I was thinking about it and when I went back to it, and it was still baffling me that so many people don't discuss this. Like, it's such a beautifully like stunning piano piece of an album. Like, it's a classical piece, but all of the tracks meander and take you on like 8-9 minute tracks. They're sprawling. It's a really, really beautiful listen. And again, maybe not the kind of genre that got talked about the most in the 2010s. That could be why it's kind of gone under the radar, but I'm here to shine a light on it. Uzunaru by Kinoko Tekoku. Probably said every single word there completely wrong, but I will put it on the screen for you to be able to spell it out for yourself and find it, because yeah, again, what a great shoegaze, indie rock, dream pop album. That a genre that people love. Like, maybe some of these other genres I mentioned so far don't get the same kind of light shone on them by a lot of music nerds. They get kind of overlooked. But this isn't really that. Like, a lot of shoegaze fans dig deep and find these kinds of albums and absolutely go crazy for them. And yet this one does seem to be still a bit underrated. They've got a really strong discography. There's a few other albums as well that I think you should check out if you're a fan of this sound. But I wanted to mention this one because this one's always been like the one for me that I've loved the most. Just got a lot of like big hitters with like really instantaneous tunes that I just think I gravitate towards a little bit more. And my final pick, in no particular order, this isn't last or anything like that, but Saint Pepsi Hit Vibes. Now, in the past couple of years, I have seen more people bring this up. I have seen more people kind of show appreciation for this, but I still feel like it is quite underrated and overlooked. Like, especially when you talk to a lot of people about dance and house music and that kind of sound. And yeah, they bring up the kind of same names and the same artists, and I'm not against that. I like those names too more often than not, but I just feel like this has such a joyous, really uplifting energy to it, a real spirit to it that I just find to be so infectious. Immediately, instantaneously, I feel happy. I feel so like sprightly. I feel a beat. Like, the moment these tunes come on, man, it's just so fun, so invigorating, the whole thing. And yeah, this just is one of the best of its kind. It's kind of like a new disco vibe to some of these tracks as well, kind of from that early like vaporwave sound that was kind of making its way into a lot of 2010 stuff. Not quite on every track, but a few tracks you can sort of see it. And yeah, I think St. Pepsi had a huge influence on a lot of like internet culture and internet like niche subgenres and stuff like that. That it's gone overlooked. St. Pepsi needs that recognition for this brilliance, and I have to shine a light on it. And that is it from me. Thank you for watching. As always, these are my picks for some of the most overlooked albums of the 2010s. These, for me, like I say, all of them would be in my top 100 albums of the 2010s, and almost all of them don't get talked about enough. So it just kind of bugged me when I was putting together my list. So yeah, that was something I wanted to kind of correct and fix. So hopefully you guys get some new albums out of this, new recommendations, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. Tell me some of your picks as well, what I should check out if I've never heard it. Have a good day, subscribe, check out the Patreon, the membership page if you want to support me further on there as well, and goodbye.